Hi children. Today I would like to start a new topic that is for the 10th class children. Um, the lesson name is heat. Now let us start that. You know pretty well that every human being is having an energy. See this. Every human being is an energy. So in the such a like that there are different forms of energies are existing in the universe. Light is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. Similarly, heat is a form of energy. So the energy is not as it won't be like unique for all. There are different type of energy levels will be there. So to how do we measure the energy? We can measure the energy in joules or in calories. Of course, we can also measure in kilocalories. Kilocalories is nothing but 1000 calories. So we can measure the heat in the form of joules or calories. Now there are different level of energies are there. Let us see this. The heat is in also having a different levels. So here see an example here. There are three different bottles are existing. This is having the A bottle is having is both all the three are having the ice cubes inside of it, but they are having a different level of coldness. So some of them is too much of cold when compared to with the other, and they are having a different level of coldness. So there is a degree of coldness is also existing in the coldness. Similarly, if you take there is an 3 cups of water. This is cool water, this is lukewarm water, this is a hot water. So here also the hotness is also having different degrees. Maybe it is 0 degrees or 1 degree or 2 degrees. This is 10 degrees or 20 degrees. This is nearly 100 degrees centigrade. So there is a different level of energy levels of that heat, that hotness. So we can call them. We can call that the degree of heat or cool, and the degree of hotness or the coldness is called as temperature. How do you measure the temperature? We will measure the temperature in there are different forms of temperatures are there. One is degree centigrade, another is Fahrenheit, and also absolute temperature, that is Kelvin. For our concern of 10th class, we have degree centigrade and Kelvin. So how do we exchange the degree centigrade into Kelvin and Kelvin into degree centigrade? Let us see that. Here you can see this. So if you want to convert the degree centigrade into a Kelvin, add 273 to it. So if you want to see this, if you want to see degree centigrade plus 273 will give Kelvin. Degree centigrade plus 273 Kelvin. So let us see one example. So if you want to make 27 degree centigrade into Kelvin, so what we have to add? We have to add 273, that is equal to 300 Kelvin. So once again I will show you the picture. So degree centigrade plus 273 together Kelvin. Degree centigrade plus 273 degree centigrade plus 273 gives Kelvin. So how do we convert again degree Kelvin into degree centigrade? So this is the Kelvin, this is the Kelvin. If you subtract 273 from that, you will get the degree centigrade. Kelvin minus 273, you will get the degree centigrade. Again Kelvin minus 273. We are removing this part so that the remaining part itself is the degree centigrade. So let us see that 300 Kelvin can be converted into minus 273 that is equal to 27 degrees centigrade. So just you get remember that degree centigrade and Kelvin can be converted mutually. How means degree centigrade plus 273 or Kelvin minus 273 is equal to Kelvin is equal to degree centigrade. Kindly remember that when we are writing the Kelvin, do not put any degrees, degree Kelvin like that. My 27 degrees Kelvin, it is not correct. Degree should not be mentioned there. So this is very important concept. Now let us see that what is the exactly the heat or the how the heat will be there inside of a matter. So see this, we can observe that. To understand this, first of all we have to say that the energies in every body there is an energy. That energy is having four forms. One is linear kinetic energy. To understand the linear kinetic energy, I will say that suppose a ball is rolling. If you keep a small a cap or something, then it will roll along with the cap ball in the same direction. So the ball is having a linear kinetic energy. The energy possessed by the ball itself is called linear kinetic energy. And there is another form is called vibrating energy. So if you take an hexa blade and a tabletop, and if you move, if you give the pressure like this, it starts vibrating to and fro. So this type of energy is called as vibrating energy. And we know that we are having in every home fan is there. It is giving a rotatory energy, or our earth is rotating, having a rotating energy. And in the universe there are binding between each and every particle itself is called as the binding energy. So from this we can understand that every particle contains four types of energies. One is linear kinetic energy, then second one is vibrating energy, third one is what we will call it as rotatory energy, and the fourth one is binding energy. This all the four called as internal energy. So the internal energy contained in four forms, either linear kinetic energy, or vibrating, or rotating, or binding, or all the four together. So here the heat is concerned with the linear kinetic energy. So if any body is having the change in its temperature or the level of hotness or the coldness, then there is a change in the linear kinetic energy. So there is a direct proportionality between the linear kinetic energy and the hotness or the coldness of the object. How do we observe that? Let us take a small example for that. Let us see this. 1 minute. Let us suppose that this is the what is called, this is are the particles inside the matter. Then pour some food color inside on the cold water, and you observe that it will slowly move, very slowly it moves. Take a food color and pour it on the cold water and observe the motion. So it moves slowly, very slowly it moves. The particles will move slowly. And suppose if you take the same food color and pour in the hot water, then the motion is very rapid. It is very fast inside of that. So that we can understand that the particles on the cold body, the motion of the particles on the cold body is slow. whereas the particles in the hot body are fast. So that we can understand that how these got the fastness inside the motion, because there is a change in the linear kinetic energy. How the linear kinetic energy is changed because of the hardness of the object than this particle. So this we can say that from this we can say that the average, why we call it as average, because we cannot decide with one particle. So average linear kinetic energy, because all are having a different type of energy level, so we have to find out average linear kinetic energy is directly proportional to the hotness or the coldness of the body. Hotness or coldness of the body. So that the linear kinetic energy decides the rising in the temperature. So dear children, today I would like to give you I'm going to give you 10 minutes or 5 minutes video classes for all the physics concepts to understand better in manner. So that is the reason today I have given you what is a heat. Heat is a form of we know that it is a form of energy. It is a form of energy, and it can be measured in joules and joules. Can be measured in joules and calories. So that is the first one. Then there are different type of energy levels. There are different type of energy levels, and to understand the different level of energy levels, I have shown you that there is a difference between the coldness and there is a difference between the hardness of the object. So the degree of the coldness, or the degree of the hardness is called as the temperature, and the temperature can be measured in degree centigrade and Kelvin. So we can convert both the degree centigrade into Kelvin and Kelvin into degree centigrade. How do we will convert? Here you can see that degree centigrade plus 273 gives the Kelvin. And if you want to get the Kelvin, remove that 273, then you can get the degree centigrade. So this is the nothing but mutual exchange of degree centigrade and Kelvin. And finally, I have told you the motion of the particles is rapid in hot water than that cold water. It says that the linear kinetic energy is directly proportional to the average linear kinetic energy is directly proportional to the hotness and or the coldness of the body.